Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel TechMart. Wish you are doing well. You enjoyed our last video. I'm wishing that one. And today I'll cover a new topic, that is SOMA. SOMA is basically a SOAP-oriented appliance management protocol. Uh, if we want to monitor our data power remotely, for that we can use the SOMA. As I told you many times that we don't provide the UI access to user, so there are so many operations that you can perform without logging to data power appliance, and I'll tell you how we can perform such operation. So to implement the SOMA, there are few prerequisites. I'll tell you one by one. First we need some files, and we need the file name is, I'll show you. We'll go to file management, then we'll go to store. In the store there are few files like app, mgmt protocol, v2, v3. So we shall download the latest file. So as per this latest these files, the latest version is showing v3, so we'll down this digital file. So I'll tell you how we can how we can save this file. So we'll right click on the file, save link as. Here I'll go to a folder. Here I'll create a new folder, SOMA test. Okay, and here Vista. If you will not give the file extension, maybe it will not work as intended, so better you shall give the file extension. We'll click on save, and to use that visual file we need the XSD file as well, so we'll download XSD file. Okay, so we'll click on save. Okay, now we'll move to SOAP UI. We'll create a new project, though I have imported the project, but I'll show you step by step how we can create a new object. So we'll click on that new SOAP project. So we'll mention here the name SOMA test. Okay, we'll browse the visual file, so we'll go to that directory. Here we can see that visual file, so we'll select this one, open. Okay, okay, it's asking the file, some file is missing, no problem. So what I'll do, I have one more files for that, so here I'll select from here. Let me check why it's not showing that file. Okay, and in that folder that XSD file shall be there. Okay, so there XSD file is not available. Maybe we download it to another folder, no problem. Here I have downloaded that file, so we'll copy this file here and we'll paste, or I'll show you again how we can download from there. This is the XSD file. We'll click save as SOMA test. Okay, so now we'll see it's downloaded there or not. No, there is some problem, it's not allowing to download this. Let me try one more time. Okay, there is some network issue. No problem. I have already downloaded this file, but this is the way only we can download the file. Okay. So this is the file. So we'll download, we'll import file from there. So we can see and we can perform so many operations, as we can see here, like if you want to delete the domain, if you want to delete any services, if you want to delete any files, if you want to get domain configurations, if you want to get domain list. So let's start one by one. So let's if you want to get the device info, let's start with this operation. So we'll go here. To run that, we need to mention on which IP or data power is running. So we need to mention that IP. And the port for as I told you that data power uses different kind of port for to perform different kind of operations. Like for GUI it's a 9090, for SSH it is 22. To run that XML management, it requires 550 to perform SOMA operations. And as I mentioned that when we are adding data power into CMC, at the time 550 shall be enabled. So we'll mention first 550. Okay. So let's start here. Let's click on run. Let's see what will happen. See, we got the connection refused here, 550 bytes. So we'll check. We'll go to XML management interface. Okay. Because it's disabled here, so first we'll enable it. Right. Save configuration. So let's run it again. Now we got the access denied. To perform SOMA operation, we shall pass the data power credential. So how we can pass the data power credential? We'll go to auth. Here we'll select add new authorization. We'll select basic. Okay. Here we need to pass data power credentials. And here we need to select this radio button. Okay, now run this. See, you got all the device features, like what is the device serial number, what is device type, it's IDZ, what is the device ID, what is the firmware version we are using now, and what are the device features we have, like MQ, TEM, data glue, SQL database. We can perform Quask, unquask, here we can see. And these features we can check in our UI also. How we can check, I'll tell you. Here like version we can check here only. Here we can check the version. So if we'll check the features, device features. So all feature which we saw there, we can check here as well by device features. In device feature we can see that IBM MQ support means what kind of feature our data power appliance is supporting. So we can see all the feature. And it happens that data power have different kind of features in data power non-prod version, and data power prod version may have the different kind of feature. So it depends upon your license. When you purchase the data power license version, at that time they what kind of features you want in your license, so they'll mention all these things into your license. So when you'll go live into production, you need to run some license file, so that all features will be available into your prod environment. Later I'll tell you how we can implement or we can enable these features in prod environment, because as I told you that non-prod have almost all the features of the data power, but non-prod appliance don't have all the features. So in my later video I'll tell you how we can enable all the features which we bought during the license. So we can see all the features here. So let's go back to SoapUI. Here you can see all the features. So to get the other, to check the other operation, let me copy this one, because in every operation we need to pass the URL. Okay. Now I'll tell, like, get domain export. If you want to export a domain, we'll go here. We need to mention the name of domain. Okay. Okay, tab we need to mention here. Okay, again we need to pass the credentials here. Okay. And don't forget to click on this radio button, otherwise it will not work. So see, the domain export is done. In my later video there are multiple ways by which we can export a domain. So what is the best way to export a domain, I'll tell you in my next videos. So we'll go here, we'll see in the file and export. You can see that a new file is created here. Okay. We can check more features like that. If you want to get the domain, get domain list. Okay, if you want to check how many domains we have in our data power, so we'll go here. Okay, as I told you, every time we need to edit the URL. Okay, so let's run it. Okay, we need to pass the credentials as well, so we'll pass the credential again. Okay, so let's run this one. So you can see we have 3 domains: default, lab and test. And I'll tell you one more thing, how we can restart a domain. If you want to restart a particular domain, or if you want to reboot, okay, so I'll show you how we can restart a domain from here. Okay, let's see. If you want to restart a domain, lab. Okay, see, the domain is restarted here. So friends, you can explore more operation, and you can try to execute more operation. So by this we can see that how Soma helps you to, without login to DataPower GUI, we can perform multiple operations remotely. So guys, if you didn't subscribe to our channel, please subscribe it, so that you will get newly uploaded videos for new topics. So friends, stay healthy, keep doing exercise. Thank you friends for watching our videos. I'll upload new videos soon. Thank you.